Let's paint a portrait of J-Hope from BTS. In early 2022, I painted all the BTS members as part of a self-initiated project themed around their song Black Swan. I made sure that all the references came from the song's music video, and I also used a set colour palette throughout the series to add another level of consistency. I painted this image at the same time as the other 6 portraits. This way it was possible for me to apply things I learned from one portrait to the others. However, it also meant that I might have thought that one portrait was done, only to have to pick it up again to make changes based on the learnings from the other portraits. When I paint portraits, the most important thing to me is to get the likeness of the subject right. Doing so can be extremely tough at times, which happens for a lot of different reasons. But I think one of the most common reasons is that I subconsciously paint what I think I see rather than what I actually see. And I have mentioned this in several other videos, that while painting portraits, I try to combat this issue by mirroring my canvas and my reference image, as this allows me to see things with fresh eyes. And it's common to spot a lot of placement issues when you see an image in a different orientation than what we're used to, meaning that turning the image upside down can also help with this, but I know that for me, mirroring works a lot better. Leaving the image and focusing on something else can also help a lot. And that might also explain why a lot of artists tend to spot all the mistakes when they've spent time away from the artwork, or even the moment the image gets uploaded to social media for other people to see. One thing I struggled with was the cool shadows on the right hand side of the image. This struggle was a bit to do with placement, figuring out how much of it I should be adding, and how to make a nice colour transition from the blue to the skin tone. And I know someone would ask, why didn't I just flip it around so the warm shadows were on the right and the cool on the left? Because that would allow me to have a larger area of warm tones and create a nicer colour transition. But that just wasn't an option, as I wanted to make sure that the lighting was consistent throughout the series, so I would end up with the same issue with another portrait. This is also where it was really helpful to work with all the different images at once, as I encountered similar issues with other portraits, meaning that I had time to see how it worked on other images and how I could come back and amend things in this one. I found it to be a really good way to work out the problem and find solutions that worked across multiple images in such a way that I didn't need to sacrifice my vision. If you have any questions regarding my process, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. More process videos are up on my YouTube channel, and check out my social media accounts and my website for more of my work.